No, you don't understand. I have to rewind 10 different times that conversation that happened in the past and they can no longer change, okay? And it's normal that I think about 1,000 different outcomes about the situation and the decision that I have to take this week. So you know what? I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm just gonna stay stuck in this loop and keep turning on myself until maybe I find a solution or I'll become miserable. I'll stay miserable. No, you have done it again. You were stuck in an overthinking loop. Basically, your brain loves you and it wants you to be protected. So it will be like, okay, you know what? There's danger everywhere. So let's protect this beautiful creature. I'm gonna just give her the worst case scenario ever. And I'm gonna tell her to think about the past so she gets stuck, she doesn't move, she doesn't take any direction, and she stays safe in her comfort zone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Nadia Minds, your favorite mindset coach, and today I'm gonna give you the last video that you'll ever need to stop overthinking and being stuck in this loop of thoughts that is killing your progress, killing your happiness and your mood. Not only I recorded this video, but I'm gonna also give you a free mindset reset toolkit that you're gonna find in the link in the description below, and you can get for free 100%. And to support me, I'll just ask you to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. If I had a talent in the past, if I had to win a talent show, it would be for overthinking. Having ADHD means that you overthink and think about every single detail all the time, and it was exhausting. I had to stop. I had to find a solution. That's why I came up with a method that consists of 3 parts: the loop breaker, the self-trust checklist, and the pause and decide method. And everything is in my free guide that I'm gonna give you in the description below. Basically, I analyzed some overthinking, mine, the ones from my friends, some people with ADHD, some people with anxiety, and I realized this one common thing. Basically, the brain wants you safe, but safe in an angle, like in a corner where you cannot do anything, because it wants you to prevent from shame, guilt, and from you messing up. So the amygdala, this part of the brain which is very emotional, survival mode and so on, takes over and steps on the logic brain. Therefore, it keeps you stuck somewhere.
Why can't I move? I'm trying to keep you safe. Preventing action prevents mistakes.
You're in this freeze mode pretty much, which is the survival mode, and it's a way of your brain to tell you, hey, we're safe. However, because we have awareness, that's why our brain does stuff, but at the same time we have this awareness controlling from the outside what's happening in the brain. We have to tell our brain, hey, it's fine, I got this, we are safe. You don't have to keep me stuck in that corner anymore. We can take control of our thoughts, let me out so that I can take action. And there are different ways that you can do this. And to step out of this overthinking loop is not about you finding the solution or finding someone that can solve your problems or even solve a problem. Not at all. It's about connecting with yourself, with your 5 senses. Because to find the right solution or stop overthinking a scenario that caused you shame or guilt, then you have to reconnect with your 5 senses. Why is it important? So basically, Cartesio said, you think, therefore you are, okay? But you're not necessarily what you think. However, you have to be careful because you can become what you think if you persist on that thought. It's basically at the fundamentals of manifestation. So if you keep thinking and keep thinking and keep thinking that you are a piece of shit and you cannot do anything, you're not going to be able to solve that problem, then you're going to get stuck and then you're going to manifest it. That's why we need to stop this overthinking loop and get out of it and tell our brain, okay, let me out because I need to find another type of solution, and overthinking is not clearly the solution. And you do that by reconnecting with your 5 senses, literally touching grass. Why do I say that you have to reconnect with your 5 senses? It is because they exist only in the present moment. If you're touching something, you can feel that you're touching something in that moment. And talking about the 5 senses, I'm talking about taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing. So it's important to start from sight, for example. What am I watching the whole day that it's causing me this overthinking to even increase? And I have an example, which is probably social media. Social media, when we watch and we scroll and we watch people doing better than us, it's not gonna help our overthinking. It's not gonna help us take any more action. We're just overthinking, saying, oh, this person is doing better than me, and this person too, and this person too, and we are stuck. Okay, that's why you need to go back to earth, go and reconnect with the sky. Watch the sky, watch the clouds, watch the trees. Some do as much as possible to stay away from your screens and to reconnect with nature, because nature, trust me, has the power to heal our wounds like nothing else. In my free mindset reset toolkit, I have put examples on what you can do with your five senses. For example, with touch, I have put the different somatic practices. What is somatic therapy? Is basically helping you heal through touch, by touching yourself. For example, if you pat on your chest, this really helps you because it's something that it's coming from your childhood. A pat like this, when at the hospital, nurses hold you and they were just patting you, this gives you a sense of safety, and if you keep doing it, it's helping you. Okay, and then I put other exercises that you can do that really will help you to stop the overthinking loop. Another example, which is one of the most important, I think, is what you eat. So eat junk food, you're gonna get junk thoughts. Eat right, you're gonna get bright thoughts. I realize, for example, that when I start eating more sugar, let's say I go get a cake, the next day I have really weird thoughts. I realize this a lot because I cut sugar from my diet, and whenever I have a little bit of sugar, it's like a cheat meal because I still enjoy cake, okay? The next day I have thoughts that are not vibrating high, not as much as when I eat vegetables, proteins, and I eat super clean, and I make as a dessert like a fruit bowl with some yogurt, which is super clean. But when I have sugar, processed food, or I eat junk food, the next day I do have weird thoughts that do not help me because they start to push me towards an overthinking loop. So that's when I realize I have this awareness to tell myself, okay, what can I do to compensate? I'm gonna go for a walk, and this is gonna help clarify my mind, and I'm gonna stop eating that food. I will take veggies for the night. I will do some proteins, and that's it. In my mindset reset toolkit, I actually give you a list of foods that will help you regulate your nervous system. For example, I have foods like avocados, salmon rich in omega 3, and those foods help reduce inflammation, improve mood, and brain health. Therefore, they help you to be more productive because you have this stable mood. So you are motivated and you're not stuck in your thoughts doing anything. Okay, once you have reconnected with your five senses, and you're gonna see it more closely in my mindset reset toolkit, it's super detailed, and trust me, if it doesn't work, it's because you didn't apply it. It's gonna work. Okay. The second step is to regain trust in yourself. So once you have reconnected with the present, with your five senses, with nature, your brain will be like, should I trust you? Should I really trust you? That's why I drafted a self-trust checklist. It's simple actions, as simple as going for a walk every single day at 8 a.m., for example, or drinking water within 10 minutes of waking up. I have drafted the list for you guys. And this is for your brain to be like, okay, she's doing all these actions. I can trust this person. I can let her take over and take the action that she wants to do so that she can make this progress. I don't have to be in survival mode because she's not going to cause me shame. She's not going to cause me guilt because she's actually sticking to this checklist. That's why I call it the self-trust checklist. Picture a tiny seed in a dry soil, okay? Every single day, this seed receives drops of water and some light every single day. And then it becomes a plant. This is exactly what happens with you and your brain, and psychologists call this neuroplasticity. Basically, we don't have to underestimate the power of tiny actions in our routine because those tiny actions will determine our success, to be honest. So if you say, okay, in my checklist, self trust checklist, I'm going to go for a walk, 5 minutes, tiny action, then your brain will be like, okay, I see that she has done that. She got this. I trust her. Let's go. Let's smash everything. And this is something that I learned, especially having an ADHD brain and being an overthinker myself, that if I just did step by step, even small, tiny things every single day, instead of doing nothing, because let's say I'm at day one and they say, oh no, I can't do it, then I'll be at day 30 having done nothing. But if I'm at day one and they say, okay, I'm gonna go for a 5 minutes walk every single day, by day 30, I'm gonna have accumulated over 500 minutes of walks. And that's gonna have a huge impact in my health, because the compound effect is not something that you just find in the stock market, but it's something that you find in every action that you take daily. Okay, it's like going to the gym. One day you're like with one weight of 2 kilos, then day 10 you have 10 kilos, and so on. And then you realize, oh, I have a big muscle now. Oh, I see myself so fit. This is because you did tiny actions every single day until they compounded to a big effect. In my Mindset Reset Toolkit, I have a third step, which is the pause, process, and proceed method. But it's something that I'm gonna allow you to explore by yourselves once you download this free kit, because it's free and it's just in my description in the link below. Because to be honest, once you have done these two steps, the first one to reconnect with your five senses, and the second one doing the self trust checklist, your brain is good to go. You're out of jail. You can proceed. You can stop overthinking about that breakup. You can start thinking about a solution how to make more money and stop being broke. Because once again, I'll tell you, you think, therefore you are, okay? You are not what you think, but you can become what you think. So faster you get out of this overthinking loop, the better. Because otherwise you're gonna see it in your life, manifest the scenario that you didn't want to manifest. Whenever you are stuck in this overthinking loop, I want you to use my Mindset Reset Toolkit. Something that I took great care to prepare based on my experience and based on the fact that I have ADHD. So my life is already on hard mode and my brain is even more on hard mode. So I don't believe that it's not going to work for you. It's going to work for everyone that is going to stick to what's inside. And I made it so I can help you take action, make progress, and show you that there is an exit plan for everyone. Let me show you here the Mindset Reset Toolkit that I prepared for you. So obviously it's gonna be easy to read. I use simple words. Just need to do a book cover actually. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're gonna enjoy the Mindset Reset Toolkit that I'm 100% sure that it's gonna work. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Much love from Nadia Minds. See you the next time. Bye.